What's up, guys? I'm gonna do a hopefully quick garden update. Just wanted to start off with my beautiful Double Sun King sunflower. It is just so interesting, and I know you can't really tell, but ooh, I almost busted my rear end. It's very tall. It's taller than me. I would say it's probably 6 foot. So it's not as tall as maybe like the mammoth sunflowers, but that's all right. I enjoy it. It adds something really nice to this part of the garden. Over here you can see everything is getting pretty wild. To be expected. I'm surprised it didn't happen earlier in the year. I do have to tie some of these damn tomatoes up because they're not even supposed to be here. I always feel like I'm stepping into some magical land when I come through. Okay, so back here my sunflowers look okay. They're kind of, you know, that one right there is a newer one that I planted, so it's pretty straight up. These have been just getting eaten by the goldfinches, which I'm alright with. I'm very happy to watch them do it because they're just wonderful. Look at this cool little critter, dragonfly. Hey. Anyway. Yeah, everything's alright over here. These are done. These dwarf tomatoes, they're done. You know what? They don't really taste that great, so I'm not even mad about it. Trying to think. I do have some peppers still growing. I'm going to let them go for now because I have no need for peppers in the house at this very moment. I'll take a look at my Kajari melons. They look great. I really don't know when they're going to ripen, but I do have, I think, 5 on here right now, so that's cool. Take a look at my poor cucumbers. No, they're not really, I shouldn't say poor cucumbers. These cucumbers this year did better than any year, actually. I don't know if it's just because I moved where I planted them. This is a new setup, if you guys remember. But so a couple weeks ago I had company over, and at the time I had 40 or 50 cucumbers in my house, in the you know, my fridge. And I wasn't ready to make pickles yet because I had already made pickles. I wasn't ready to make pickles yet, and I just had so many, so I gave half to my sister and then half to family friends of ours, and I was without cucumbers. And these plants here set off one more flush of an amazing set of cucumbers, and so I was able to this weekend actually make pickles, and I'll show. I think I'll make a short of all the canning I did this weekend, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, these plants are done. They're I'm getting ready to rip them out. Sorry about my throat. Coming to the close of summer, I always get scratchy allergy throat. Yeah, so I'll be ripping that out. And I was happy with it. I'm sad to see the plants go, but they did amazing this year. So my bean trellises have been putting off a crazy amount of beans. I probably have 6 pounds of beans in the house right now that I will slowly, look at this. I just picked these this morning and I missed 2 beautiful beans. I'll show you how beautiful these are. So they just have amazing color. Makes them very interesting. It actually makes them slightly easier to find because it could be a little tricky to pick these guys when they're green. They just blend right in. So I've always grown green beans. This is the first year I'm growing purple pole beans, and they're beautiful. Anthocyanins, however you say it, however you pronounce that. So antioxidants, good for your health. Although we've been cooking them every night, and when you blanch them or saute them, they do lose their beautiful color, but they're doing great. So I'll be blanching all the ones that I have in the house and freezing them. I can't really can them because I do not have a pressure canner. So that is something you do if you have a pressure canner. I do not. Anyway, yeah, everything's going good in here. Alright, so we're out here again. My flowers look beautiful. These zinnias are just amazing. My Rosa Sharon, I have 2 different trees in this pot here, and they're starting to bloom, which is amazing. Yeah, this has been the year without the butterfly. The year of no butterflies. So I've seen just a couple butterflies in the garden, which is very upsetting. Normally I have so many that I'm able to do a project with my daughter where we raise caterpillars, but there have just been not so many. So here's my giant tomato plants. They're huge, still putting on new blossoms. So much fruit has been bared off of this, so it's wonderful. And my daughter eats them as fast as I can pick them, so that's great. So I wanted to touch on this. So here is my one and only good zucchini plant that survived. I had 3 other ones that were devastated by squash vine borers. That is a problem here in the Northeast. So I'm actually very surprised that this zucchini even made it. And I have 1 zucchini in my compost that made it. That is still trying to put on fruit, but it's pretty much the end. You know, once the squash vine borers get to them, they just burrow into the stalk, the main stem of the plant, and they eat it from the inside out. It's horrible. They are dastardly little creatures, and I do not appreciate them. So here is my shady business garden. Just almost unreasonably giant, to be honest with you. These plants are insane. Yeah, I mean, it's cool, but you see the pot is so little down there, and then it just bursted into like a tree. It's wild, but I like it. I love it. Here are some snapdragons. I actually moved from a different part of my garden. Look how cool these are. I planted these from seed. I was not sure that they were going to bloom, but they did, and they'll do actually much better once the cool weather starts to come in more furiously. It has been getting cool at night, so we're getting, you know, it's going to be the close of summer. This is pretty interesting. So this is my famous little area that I had all my starters in. And so these are some pansies that I took out from a pot, and I just dumped them here, and I wasn't really caring if they were surviving because they do not last in the heat of the summer. So they're actually still living, and so I might be able to like save them for fall. I don't know. Here's all the tomato plants I did not use. Some of them have little tomatoes on them. Pretty interesting. Here's my house plant. This purple is my house plant I took from inside, and it's looking great. So once it cools down, I will slowly move those back into the house. I forgot I planted caladiums back there, and they popped up, so they look cool. These caladiums look great. Moving on, so this is another view of the garden. Yeah, it's actually been a really good year with rain. Normally August everything is like shot out and like done, but this year we've gotten enough rain where it hasn't been too terrible, and so the only thing that's really shot is these cucumbers. But if you look, I still have like a couple baby cucumbers popping up. So I'll let them go. Maybe I won't rip these out. I was going to rip them out, but maybe I'll just let them go. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. I did plant a little watermelon plant here that I had in a pot, so it was already growing. So we'll see. I mean, this is a sugar baby variety, so it only takes, I think, like, I don't know, it's like 90 days from germination. So that clearly I don't have 90 days. My frost starts in October, probably October 20th or 30th is my frost date. But who knows, maybe I'll get one of those. We'll see. I'll just show you this last bit of my garden. The hummingbirds are feverishly migrating. Mine will be here until September, but there are hummingbirds coming through, so I've had to fill up my feeders like constantly. Anyway, all right, guys, that's about it. I'll be posting my canning stuff, the things that I canned, and probably some bird videos, because I have a lot of wildlife videos of the finches eating on the sunflowers, different stuff like that. So check those out if you're interested. All right, guys, peace out.